I found the three best player props for tonight. We're going to be turning 125 bucks not into 573, but actually 125 bucks into 750. So these aren't the picks I'm going with, but the way that Underdog Fantasy works is any three picks you select, you're getting 125 to win 750 plus 500 odds, right? So this doesn't mean 125 to win 750 in profit. This is your payout. So it's 125 to win 625 in profit, which is just plus 500 odds. Doesn't matter what picks you select, overs, unders, always 125 to win 750. So on DraftKings, the three picks we're going with, only 125 to win 573. So a lot lower. So we were able to find some crazy value. So let's go ahead and let's go through it. And my first pick is going to be on Jameson in the Yankees game under 4.5 strikeouts. So this is just a positive EV play from OddsJam. And, really the reason we started OddsJam is literally just about data. I mean, what makes sports betting so fascinating and kind of the sports betting industry is all of these operators, PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, Bet Online, DraftKings, they're all just essentially trying to price the exact same bet, but they all do it differently, right? So what you'll notice is, for Jameson, some sports books have his strikeout line at an OU of 3.5, right? And the rest of the sports books have it at 4.5. PrizePicks has it at 4. So there's all these pricing discrepancies for the same bet. That doesn't really happen in any other market, right? It's not like Facebook is $100 here and $200 there and $300 there, like Facebook stock. That's not how it works. Only in sports betting do you have all these different operators pricing the exact same bet at such different levels. And that's what makes sports betting really fascinating and also really profitable if you're sharp, mathematical, and understand how to find value. So what you'll notice is wow, Bet Online pricing this at minus 159. BWin, which is BetMGM in Canada, minus 165. You can get this minus 173 on Caesars. So all of the sports books have the under heavily juiced. And we can get it in a three-pick entry based on the odds, the implied odds that Underdog is giving us. So there will kind of be a full video on the end screen breaking down how does Underdog Fantasy relate to sports betting? How can you convert the payouts on Underdog Fantasy and PrizePicks to those on the sports books? And essentially, we'll break down the exact math, everything. But long story short, for a 3-pick or a 5-pick entry on Underdog Fantasy, you're getting minus 122 implied odds. And the reason for that is if we go ahead and we switch over to a parlay calculator, is on Underdog Fantasy, any 3-pick entry, we already said we're getting 125 to win 750. So a little bit of rounding difference, but 125 to win 750 is plus 500 odds, right? And plus 500 odds implies minus 122 in every leg, right? Because Underdog Fantasy, they're not varying the payout depending on if you select the overs, the unders, whatever. Any 3 picks you select, 125 to win 750. 125 to win 750, always, right? So that just means the implied juice you're getting charged is minus 122. So it's a little different than sports betting because Underdog Fantasy, they don't tell you, right, the odds, the juice that they're charging you. Whereas sportsbooks, it's pretty clear, right? Like I know, okay, if I want to take Barrios over 4.5 strikeouts on Pinnacle, I'm betting 148 to win 100. Right? If I want to take him under, you can bet 100 to win a 111 in profit. So, but on Underdog Fantasy, they don't have odds on their site. So you kind of have to back out and understand how their payouts work to understand what are they charging you? How are they making money? And basically the way they make money is, right, all of their prices have juice baked into it, right? So minus 122 is the juice that they're charging on both the overs and the unders. And what you'll notice is wow, Jameson, under 4.5 Ks, most sportsbooks have this juiced minus 140 to minus 173. So the under's a lot more likely than the over, considering every sportsbook has the under juiced. In Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker, they're pricing the under 4.5 strikeouts all the way at minus 167. We're getting minus 122. That's an absolute no-brainer, right? When the sharpest bookmaker is pricing a bet at minus 167 on the under, and you can get it in an Underdog 3-pick or 5-pick entry, absolute no-brainer, absolute hammer, right? The fair price, if you remove the juice from Pinnacle's market, they were giving you the over at plus 124, the under at minus 167. The true odds would be minus 140. So the true odds are minus 140-ish, right? If you weight every sportsbook, you treat every sportsbook as an independent data point, and you find the true price without VIG, you remove the VIG from every single sportsbook, the true odds are going to be minus 140. We're getting minus 122 on Underdog. So huge line discrepancy, definitely a bet you want to take advantage of. I hit it. So next play I went with Michael Massey, over half of a hit. And then final one, Ian Happ, over half of a hit, right? You can blindly bet the positive EV page, right? What I do is I select 5-pick. And on Underdog Fantasy, it doesn't actually matter, right? You can go with a 5-pick. Ooh, we got some more available. So you can go with a 5-pick, or you can go with a 3-pick, and you're going to be getting minus 122 implied juice. So what we may want to do here is, since this Jameson one we love so much is just so good, is we can go ahead and we can say, okay, let's take it. There's now a new play that we like on Luis Urias to get a hit. I like that a lot, right? So we can go here, and this will be pick number 2. And then we have pick number 3, is we could bet more on Michael Massey if they let us. So let's see if they let us. Or did we already hit the cap on this guy? So we can see. So we've already hit the $500 limit. Let's try hitting him for $250. We already hit that, so we can try hitting it for $200. Already hit that, so we can try hitting it for $150.